You are listening to the Get Right Radio Show with the baddest bitch on the block, Eric Devante.
And it is me, Kelvin Unique. And as you can see on StreamYard, we are here live in the new studio.
Okay.
In the new studio.
Spacious.
It's pretty.
Smells good.
It does smell good. It smells clean.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't smell tattered. So let's get a round of applause for that.
It doesn't smell tattered.
Yes, tattered.
What does that mean?
Used and abused, child.
Oh, well, child. The relatable content for some.
I gotta get used to this. The table's all the way over here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That is a reach.
Yeah, I got long arms, but they're not that long.
Okay. No, I won't go down this road with you, bitch. Happy Sunday.
I said long arms. How are you?
I'm good. I can't complain. I'm hot as hell.
Yeah. He's absolutely ridiculous, actually.
Mm-hmm.
In real life, it makes no sense.
I just wanted to prove to Kelvin, sorry for the pause in conversation. I just wanted to prove to Kelvin I sent him the outline because I'd be tired of being played.
Send it again. Shit.
Look,
what?
I'm over this.
I sent it. I don't have it. Well, I don't
know what to tell you.
Resend it.
Remove access. You're out of it.
You know what I mean? Like, you're out of it.
You're out of it.
No, but this heat wave has been absolutely ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it makes no sense.
It's been in the hundreds for the past 6 days.
And you know, this new studio doesn't have the air on in the weekend, so that's why this fan is going.
Oh, so is there supposed to be central AC?
Yes, the building turns off the air on the weekend.
So they're trying to
push us out.
Okay.
That's what it is.
I know I walked in this building. I was like, why do I feel like chitlins? Damn. But this studio is banging. Can't even hold you.
It is a gorgeous studio.
And this is the first time we made it here, y'all. It's in is it Manchester?
Don't give me the line. I don't know where I am. I got out the car and said, I don't know. I don't know where the hell we are.
Bitch, I took 2 buses here and I was like, child, I don't know where I'm going at this point. If I get lost, I'm just gonna call it a day and go back home. But
I don't think I've ever been on this side of town.
You had to have.
When?
Because we came here. This was our base point when we went to Texas.
Yeah, I literally sat down and I wasn't here that long. I literally got right into the car. And still don't know where I am.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what part of LA this is.
I don't know neither.
Like, I thought it was Inglewood, and I was like, I don't think this is Inglewood.
We're in the middle of nowhere.
Like, it's giving Courage the Cowardly Dog.
I didn't even see a restaurant I knew. Like, oh, there's a McDonald's.
Okay, you're being dramatic. Wait, which way did you come from?
I don't know.
Oh, right, yeah. And then there's like 4 different directions at one intersection. I was like, child, I don't know what the fuck is going on here.
I don't know what's going on, but we here.
I'm so happy to see you. I feel like I haven't seen you in so long.
I know it's been ages.
Mm-hmm.
Last time I seen you, you were talking to Howie Mandel. So
I
think you got new friends and you're a little bit more fancy now. So I think you're over us.
Child, them people don't know me. Them people don't know me from a can of paint. So in case you don't know what he's talking about, I did an America's Got Talent post-show interview, which was great. I got to speak to the judges and contestants. And the best part about it is I did it virtually. So I was in the comfort of my own home. I didn't have to do too much. That was actually great. Like, I used to be against virtual stuff, but now I'm all for it. I was like, oh shit, I wonder what other red carpets I could do for my room.
I'm going to stop this fan from circulating.
Why?
Because I'm going to just put it on us.
Oh, okay. Go for it.
Okay. I didn't know if I had your consent.
Y'all, it's so hot. This episode is titled It's Hot as Hell. I wanted to make it more of a Nelly reference, but then I would have to sing it, and I get a little pitchy. So I didn't want that. Yeah. More so on you, but I'm okay. I'm a survivor.
It's not me. It's on the invisible guest. Hold on.
Oh, Mike 4? Kelvin gonna get this shit together. Look, y'all. Happy Sunday, okay? Grow with us. We in the new studio. You gotta feel all the growing pains.
Well, you did a panel. Talk about your panel.
Oh, the panel was good. It was cute. So basically, what I was doing on the wait, which panel? Are you talking about the AGT one?
Yes.
Oh.
Well, how many panels did you do? No, not the AGT one.
Oh, the In the Meantime panel. Yes. Honestly, Kelvin.
Do you feel that fan?
No. It's okay. It's okay. Yes. If I say yes, he'll stop. Okay, yes, I can actually feel it. And then I also hosted this panel for In the Meantime Men, which was great. Oh wow, not Kelvin on 1.5. I was gonna say on all 4s, but what is happening? Y'all, please get on StreamYard.
This new studio is a lot going on today. It is a lot going on. It is
Y'all,
hot.
please get on StreamYard so y'all can
I'm
see Kelvin
melting.
melting. Okay, while he's down there pulling a Wizard of Oz, I hosted this panel for In the Meantime's Men, and basically it was like, what's the truth about young gay black men? And it was great. I hosted it with 4 great panelists. Shout outs to Dwayne, Chris, Byron, Matthew. Shout outs to Greg at In the Meantime. And we were basically just getting into the nitty gritty of it all, like relationships. What are the common misconceptions within the black gay community? Goal achieving. Like it was basically think a gay view. Think the gay view. But everyone's black.
I can see that.
Mm-hmm. It was cute. I was here for it. And that was the first time I ever hosted a panel. So I was like, oh. I always wanted to do that because, you know, like Hollywood Confidential.
Yeah.
I was like, I want to do that one day. So this was a great first start. That was my intro. Calvin, pull the table closer.
This episode is brought to you by frustration. The letter F.
Pull the table closer.
F all this.
Better? He's so hot, he ain't even using common sense.
Yo. Who made God mad?
I don't know. With this,
y'all
this
out
heat
there,
is the devil's
it
work.
was y'all panel.
You think? You think? A panel of heathens. And God was like, I'm gonna set fire to the rain.
I'm done with y'all.
You homosexuals.
Yeah, homosexual.
How are you?
Hot. No, I'm good. I am doing good. Last Sunday we were gone, but while we were gone, I was out doing something really cool with Ray. So shout out to Ray.
Tell us about it.
Nope.
Why?
I can't tell y'all yet.
Why?
Because it's a secret.
I already know what happened.
I know.
I'm gonna tell them.
Why would you tell them?
Just to be petty.
Did something really cool with Ray, and I can't wait for everyone to see how great it is.
Oh my God, how was it?
It was good. First off, you shot with Ray plenty of times. You know, her energy is just so amazing. And she just makes sure you have everything you need. So if you're looking for a photographer for anything, birthday, promo, wedding, anniversary, anything you need something for, go to her.
Ray's your girl.
She has you.
She'll get you looking right. She'll oil your skin. She helped me bronze mine. She cut a crop top for me. Ray's that girl.
That's how you got the crop top. I know where I'm getting my crop top.
It was just a white tank top that she cropped for me.
I'm gonna have her crop a real shirt for me.
It's long overdue. I've been trying to get you to participate in Team Crop Top for how long?
I have crop sleeves.
It's not the same. It's more of a trucker aesthetic.
Yeah.
Than a pride aesthetic.
Truckers are prideful.
Do we know this for a fact?
I've seen plenty of truckers go by and say, I'm a trucker. Hear me hunk. Hunk.
I thought you said hear me hung.
That's a different story.
Calvin, you're disgusting. You're disgusting. Get back to your weed. You did an amazing project with Ray that you won't disclose.
I did an amazing project with Ray, and I can't wait for everyone to see how great these things turned out. I'm super geeked, super excited for everyone to be able to embody and embrace what we got coming.
Okay. I'm ready for it.
Yes. Hopefully something everyone will take with them in this street.
Spend money on?
Hopefully.
Okay. They will.
They better.
Yeah, I know, right. They better.
After all these years, the best of my life is coming to pass. I'm sitting here waiting for a man who ain't ready. Ain't no party. No.
It's given She by Sheree.
Joggers. Summer, spring.
Oh my God.
September.
Yeah, right. Period.
September.
Okay, so what else did you do this week?
What else did I do this week? So at work, we have a very fun environment. It's really laid back, but it's not people don't really go into work. And my team, sometimes they kind of think that we like are a little standoffish, but we're not really standoffish. We're just a small team. We kind of talk to ourselves. So, but all the other teams like are cliquish, so they click up and they like click. So I haven't really got to meet a lot of people at work. So this Wednesday they had my favorite thing, karaoke at work. So I had to do a karaoke song. I did Bye 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 the Backstreet Boys.
Of
I mean,
course.
excuse me, NSYNC.
Mm-hmm.
And I think people were shocked that I have personality.
What?
Because at work we don't talk to all the other teams. So like it's just like a high and by. They see me, of course they see me, and I'm tall, I'm black, and I'm swaggy. So they probably just
Okay.
think like one thing, like, oh, he's either arrogant or he just don't talk to nobody. But I'm actually really, really shy,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't talk to me. So what
Right.
do we? But if you come up to me, I'm have a whole conversation with you.
Right.
I'm nice like that. So I think this was the first time they see me like actually like just outside of just, oh, he's doing a job, and like now it's like, oh, Kelvin, like it's fun. Like my coworkers know I'm fun, but like that was for them. They seemed like, oh, he's fun.
Did you exchange IGs?
No.
No. Why not? And why'd you say it like
No.
that?
I got in there, sung my song,
Mm-hmm.
stayed for 2 more, and said, oh, I'm the superstar, and left.
You had the best performance.
I said, why are they? Who do you see perform after Beyonce?
Right.
Speaking of Beyonce, happy birthday to Beyonce.
Happy birthday to Beyonce.
Actually, this episode is taking a turn. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We are disrespectful.
Right.
How dare we?
How dare we?
How the hell dare we?
Right.
You and me, us,
Mm-hmm.
both of them, neglect that today
Mm-hmm.
is 9,
Mm-hmm.
4,
Okay.
8,
Mm-hmm.
3,
Is it 3?
or 2.
I think it's 2.
B-Day.
Wait, no. Because if it's 2, this should be a 0 year, right?
She's 43.
She's 41.
I'm sorry. Beyonce's 41. I'm getting all my Beehive things taken away.
Yeah, so it has to be 1, 8, 1.
8-1. Yeah, that's right. B-Day.
We did it. And I'm not even the mathematician in the room.
Happy birthday, Beyonce, to the world's greatest performer.
Okay.
I don't like when people say, actually, I thought about this earlier today because I'm a Beehiver. And I thought about it. And they was like, oh, Beyonce's the world's greatest living performer. No, she's not. She's the world's greatest living artist right now. And I don't like that sometimes this may be me on my Beehive honeycomb.
Okay.
I didn't want to say soapbox. I'm on a honeycomb right now.
Right.
Beyonce does more than just perform. She's an artist.
She is.
There's no way you can listen to all 7 of her solo albums and then listen to Destiny's Child and then listen to Black is King and then listen to Everything is Love and say, oh, she's a great performer. Performer starts with the music.
She didn't even perform half them songs.
She didn't, but Renaissance has had everybody in the
right. Fucking the girls out.
Choked. Muffled.
Wait till she released the visuals. Right.
And she ain't performed them yet.
Nope.
She's an artist. And they be playing in my girl face. Oh, she's a great performer. That's why y'all love her. She's a great no. We love her because she's a great artist.
Absolutely.
The music has to come first. But what else could she perform?
That's it. Give her thing.
Vocals. Writing. Even though she doesn't write at all. She may change a word here. But one thing that I have to say, I'm sorry, it's Beyonce appreciation.
That's fine. Take your time.
As a classically vocally trained person, non-binary now. There are certain things that I listen to when people sing songs. And one of those things, I love intonation and placement. A lot of people think that singing is just like the throat and the voice coming out. Singing is a full facial body experience that a lot of people don't know, which is why a lot of people aren't great singers, because they don't know that it involves not just the throat, not just the lungs, but your stomach muscles, head, thoughts, range, all that stuff, breathing. It's a lot that goes into proper singing. But one thing that people don't know is that in the mouth, in the palate, where you place notes, how you say certain notes, how you shape certain vowels, and how you move around notes and formations of the just like the larynx and just where you place things. that makes songs sound so much different, but you don't listen to it like that
Mhm.
because you just think that person's singing. But if you sit down and listen with intent of how they're placing notes, how they're saying certain words, how they are moving and manipulating vowels,
Vocal acrobatics.
it makes no fucking sense.
Yeah.
Especially on this Renaissance album. I just sat back and listened. And although it's like really house music for the as a base,
Mhm.
her vocal styling on different songs are so different. Like
Mhm.
Plastic Off the Sofa, how airy and how soft that one is
It's my fave.
compared to All Up in Your Mind. And she gets that whole like Rihanna, like that is like an intentional placement of like nasal, but then like a little bit of grit in the back of the throat, and then moving that larynx up so it can just get more higher pitch, like
Mm.
Rihanna sings.
Mm.
I would not be surprised if that was not a throwaway from Rihanna's album. I thought about the other day. I'm on a tangent now.
You
Am I
think?
high? Am I drunk? Are people listening to this podcast?
Did you
Do
eat an
y'all listen?
edible?
No, yesterday.
Mm.
Last night, maybe I got residual.
I mean, hey,
Because I'm on a tangent. I'm sorry.
it's okay.
I've hijacked the show.
No, that was really good though. I was thinking about that. I got a taste of that like when I started rapping, just in understanding like breath control and all these things. Like you think it's just like the simple act of doing it until you're doing it. And then there's so many things that you have to take into account, like breathing, using your diaphragm and thinking about the way that you articulate things and express things. And it's a lot.
Yeah.
Shout outs to the singers and any like vocal coaches, anyone who's doing something with their throat. I know that sounds wild, but I don't have the mental capacity to get like really specific. Like if y'all want to be in the gutter with y'all minds, live there. But I know what I meant. So yeah.
We just got in this brand new studio and we're slutting it up already.
I mean, you were the one rolling on the floor.
Well, I was trying to find air.
Were you?
Yeah, I feel like heat rises, right? So the lower I am, the cooler I am.
Mm,
I'm actually going to do the show laying down.
okay. I was gonna watch you attempt to do this. I was gonna watch you attempt to do this show laying down. I was like, I don't even know where he's gonna watch himself. Like this slot between the table, the chair, and on the stage. I don't
I'm
see
just gonna
it.
lay the mic on the floor. I'm just gonna lay behind the couches.
I was getting claustrophobic by thought.
It's a little shaded area right here, and I think I may be able to catch a cool breeze.
Okay, yeah, quite possibly. Quite possibly. Oh, I didn't ask you. How was Brown's performance?
Oh yeah, so my brother performed. My brother Brian, also known as B Smooth, actually known as Fashion Killer B, had a showcase where he did so well. I was so proud.
Mm-hmm.
I was like a proud mama. We sat right there in the front.
Mm-hmm.
We sat there right. We was on the edge of the stage, clapping and yelling like a black family at a graduation for a son who they did not think was gonna graduate.
Oh my god!
You know he got a C average, but he making it.
He making it.
And we just gonna clap.
What did he perform?
He performed Where What?
What?
He performed Sign Still Delivered by Stevie Wonder.
Oh, I know you love
He did
that.
some This Is How We Do It.
Mm-hmm.
He was great.
What was the event?
Well, he also does weddings. So if you need somebody for a wedding, a corporate event, or anytime that you may need live music and performance for, that showcase was to showcase some of the artists that are available for those services.
We are plugging black performers and artists all day today.
All day today.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Ray. Shout out to Breon. Love to hear it. Love to hear it. And what's going on with the men?
What about him?
It's been 2 weeks. We need an update, a refresher. Don't play with me.
You know, yeah. You know, the boy is, I'm crushing on somebody, but every time I talk about like people on here, they fall off to the wayside.
I feel that, yeah.
But I am crushing on somebody.
Okay.
Yeah. So
that's good.
It's been, I think, a month and a couple weeks.
Wow, time is moving.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah,
when do I get to meet him?
Maybe soon.
Maybe soon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We are taking it slow and honestly getting to know each other. We have our dates. We have our just our time that we just spend together. We haven't done it.
Wow. How do you feel about that?
I'm scared.
Why?
Okay, this is transparent moment. because we're on the Get Right. No one listens to the show anyway.
Stop saying that, you liar.
I know a lot of people listen, and we thank y'all for listening so much.
Thank y'all.
Thank
He knows
y'all. Thank you
nothing
to all
because he
the Get
doesn't check the
Writers.
stats,
Thank you
analytics,
to
or anything.
all the Get Writers. Like y'all, no, really, honestly, y'all keep us here
Yeah,
and keep us going. So we appreciate y'all.
absolutely.
But I was having this very candid conversation with my friend because I know there are couples that wait till they get married to do the do.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Have you ever gone to the grocery store and bought grapes?
Yes.
Don't you usually take a grape out and
No.
eat? Some people.
I was gathering that. I'm like, you must be
Some
one of those people. I do not sample grapes at the. First off, I don't trust that they're clean. And have you watched other people pick through the grocery store?
Some people go to the grocery store and they pick up a pack of grapes and they eat one because they want to see if the pack is good. Why would you buy that pack if you don't know if the pack is good?
I take my chances.
So that's gonna do with your love life too.
I mean, I have been.
I just feel like I don't think we're gonna wait till we get married, but I don't say our couples wait till you say I do to do to do.
No,
like how do you know if it's good or not? What if you marry somebody with trash ass sex?
Is that a
like the mouth is bad, like they kiss horrible, like the ass is horrible? Jeez. Like what if you marry someone and now you're like, dang, I'm kind of stuck in this.
Well, till death do you part, right? But also, you've mentioned that before. How do you know when ass is not good?
Oh, you definitely can know ass is not good. How do you know when dick's not good?
I feel like there's more to that.
Well, there's not a lot of. This is getting really explicit. Elasticity.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
And is it like Niagara or is it like Sahara?
Can it be Sahara during
it could
that?
Be Sahara.
Oh my God. How?
I don't know. People don't drink water. I don't know.
That is devastating.
The pH balance off. I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know these things. I just wake up and do the show and hope I don't get fired in the morning.
You've experienced some of this shit because it's coming from a place of knowledge, lived experience.
This show's a mess.
Oh my God.
This episode, just throw it away.
Oh, why? I'm a living
Throw
for
this entire episode
I'm
away.
here for the chaos and the mayhem that this episode has been thus far. Can I get into bitch you better read? You guys have a minute.
You don't hear how. Yes, I'm happy. I'm content. Who are you dating?
Nobody. And you said you weren't going to talk about it because then it falls off at the wayside.
I know. Then I get mad. We don't
talk about it. I don't understand.
There's a rumor in the streets you're dating someone.
I don't know why the streets would lie on me and make such cruel jokes, but ain't nobody in my love life. Like,
I'll get to the bottom of this.
I mean, go ahead. There is nothing to get to the bottom of.
I'm gonna ask Daniel.
Go ahead. My love life is not.
Daniel will tell me the truth.
Thriving at this moment in time.
Tell me the truth. And we've been doing this show for what, 4 years?
5.
5 years.
Mm-hmm.
You still hiding niggas from me?
Why would I do that?
That's crazy. We're gonna have an intervention in this commercial break.
There is no intervention.
Here we are.
I'm over it. Look, it's time for bitch. You better read.
What's my favorite word?
Wasn't even ready. Number one. Tiffany Haddish, Aries Spears are sued over accusations of grooming and molestation. Actually, not molestation. Of molesting 2 children, and her lawyers call it a shakedown. Not them saying it's a money grab. So Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears are being accused of grooming and molesting 2 young siblings by coercing them into filming explicit skits for a Funny or Die video. Still, Tiffany's legal team is calling the lawsuit nothing more than a shakedown and extortion. The comedians are being sued by an unnamed brother and sister, referred to as John Doe and Jane Doe, who were 7 years old and 14 years old, respectively, at the time of the alleged incidents. The siblings claim that they've been traumatized for life following the reported grooming and sexual assault, with the boy accusing both Haddish and Spears of molestation. The lawsuit states that the older sister said Haddish gained her trust before convincing her to perform in a sexually suggestive video where the comedian taught the girl how to mimic fellatio. TMZ reports that the younger brother was only 7 when Haddish took him to a home where she and Spears reportedly molested him while filming a Funny or Die video called Through the through a pedophile's eyes. Haddish's attorney, Andrew Bretler, is calling the lawsuit an extortion attempt and one that has been some time in the making, telling the outlet that the plaintiff's mother, Teresa Morris, has been trying to assert these bogus claims against Miss Haddish for several years. Bretler went on to say that every attorney who has initially taken on her case ultimately dropped the matter once it became clear that the claims were meritless. Every attorney who has initially taken on her case, and there were several, ultimately dropped the matter once it became clear that the claims were meritless and Miss Haddish would not be shaken down.
Who made you read that twice?
Your old company. Now, Miss Morris has her adult daughter representing herself in this lawsuit. The two of them will together face the consequences of pursuing this frivolous action. Meanwhile, Funny or Die has completely distanced themselves from the situation and telling TMZ they had no involvement in creating the video. The website added that they found the video absolutely disgusting and would never produce such content. Funny or Die found this video absolutely disgusting. All right, y'all, because I realized that some of this article is repeated. So Kelvin and I watched the video. I sent the video to Kelvin. Kelvin, what were your thoughts? I mean, we discussed this briefly, but the people don't know what we talked about.
Finish it.
Okay. It was like 3 minutes.
It was like 3 minutes.
But it was a little intense.
It was intense. Once I seen that they moved from downstairs to the bath, I don't even know what happened in the bathroom. I did not make it that far.
The little boy was in a bathtub and he was just like playing with toys or something. And there was this weird trend of like Aries looking through a newspaper with eyes cut out and observing the boy. So the boy's in the bathtub and Aries has this new newspaper once again. And then it's just weird. Like he's pouring water on the boy. He falls into the tub with the boy. Like it's a lot. It's a lot to watch. And you know, this is all alleged. Well, not the video footage, of course, because it's on YouTube. If you guys want to go check that out once again through through a pedophile's eyes. So, but the molestation is alleged.
Yes. And I do not believe the molestation account. I don't think that Tiffany and this is just me. And I do not want to victim shame or say anything, but I don't know if there has been enough contact with that person for them to have the chance to molest that child. If that makes sense.
I mean, I don't know.
When would they have been able to do that? Because they said like they met on the video, right? Now, was this a family friend before? Did they say that they took them under the wing afterwards? Like, when was the time that they said, okay, this is when it happened?
Well, the lawsuit states that the older sister said Haddish gained her trust before convincing her to perform in a sexually suggestive video. So there was time when they weren't just filming. It wasn't just like, let's go in, hit record, get it done, and go home. There was a period of conversation happening. And who knows? Honestly, at this point, like, I don't put anything past anyone because I just don't know.
I will say this.
Figures.
I know Tiffany. I've sat in rooms with Tiffany. And I have been around Tiffany. Tiffany grew up in foster care. Tiffany is the same Tiffany who buys suitcases for foster care students who don't have anything to move around. Because you know when you are in foster care and they move you, they put your stuff in trash bags.
I didn't know that.
So she donates and gives suitcases so they won't feel like they're moving around in trash bags because she's lived that life. Tiffany, who has been molested. Tiffany, who has gone through so much in her life, and there's still a light and a joy. And every time I'm around her, she is pure, she is kind, she is constant. I will go out on this limb and say I don't see that from her. I don't see that from her. I don't see
it.
Close. I had these like this type of not these conversations, but this close to have conversations with on a personal, not cameras around, nothing going on, and I've never, ever once felt like something's off, or
I don't know, because people sat this close to R. Kelly.
Yeah, but also R. Kelly had girls over there in the other room, and I'm pretty sure R. Kelly made a little slight joke that you thought was a joke, but you realized later on it wasn't a joke. There's signs that you can pick up. There's signs of evil people that you can pick up.
Yeah, like I don't want to believe this about her, and I don't naturally believe it, but I'm also not going to discredit the claim because, like I said, I don't know that girl.
I don't know that girl. And when we get back, I do want to actually talk about the video itself and how now I've been going back and forth about how bad really it is. So let's get into that after we get back.
Okay.
himself
Mhm.
and how what's going on.
That's not no commercial.
Now, child, were we not on commercial break? This thing just be doing what I want to do.
No. And we are back. You are listening to the Get Right Radio
What I
Show,
do.
and it is time for Bitch You Better Read. So we are in the middle of discussing this whole Aries Spears, Tiffany Haddish molestation allegation and the video on YouTube that's currently going viral. So what were you thinking?
The video in itself, I know that it is very disturbing to watch.
Mm-hmm.
But after sitting there, because I was kind of trying to figure out why, the why behind it.
Mm-hmm.
What would be the reason that they would adults, because they had to be people who wrote it,
Mm-hmm.
people who filmed it,
Mm-hmm.
the actors in it, the
Mhm.
people that produced it. This was a production, you know,
Right.
and it was for Funny or Die. And I don't know if how you familiar with Funny or Die?
Mm-mm.
Funny or Die is a sketch comedy website that just does these outlandish sketches. I think they had one about Trump once. They had another one. They've had some controversial ones that have happened before.
Mhm.
So this isn't their first controversial sketch. But what they also operate in is satire. And we know with the history of satire, it's taking something that may be a little bit more serious and then trying to bring a comedic thing or bring out the nuances that, like, what the hell is going on in this, you know? And I think that this video was intended to be satirical,
Mm-hmm.
but the way it was received is not. I think without context, you just video.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what the fuck is this?
Mm-hmm.
But like, if it was put together to create a bigger conversation about what happens in Black families that we don't talk about, then I can see why.
Mm-hmm.
Because although it's super creepy with the cutout eyes behind the newspaper, him doing this stuff, you see the little boy in underwear and stuff. But these are some people's real life experience with their crazy uncles.
Yeah. There's definitely truth behind every joke. It was just hard to watch.
Yeah,
It was hard to watch. At the end, they had this message of, watch who you leave your kids with.
we'll see.
So I didn't think it was a pointless video. I think that the execution was a little sloppy. But yeah, there wasn't a point where I was like, oh, this has no purpose. Like, I got where they were going with it. It's just a very uncomfortable thing to watch, but it's also very uncomfortable subject matter. So I can see all of that. Once again, I'm not on any side of it. I'm not on the side of the alleged victims. I'm not on the side of Tiffany and Aries. I, as a consumer and as a viewer, am just like, whoa, this is wild.
Yeah,
I can see where those kids are coming from if they feel like they were violated or, disrespected in any way. Like, I don't want to discredit that. And then as far as Tiffany and Aries goes, I mean, this has just been a shit week for Aries all around. But he kind of put his foot in his mouth, so I don't really feel bad in that regard. However, that situation, I'm like, I do feel bad for comedians in the sense of it's not a great time for comedians to do their job. We've been seeing comedians get attacked on stage. We saw Dave Chappelle get tackled on stage. Chris Rock got slapped by Will Smith. Like, it's a very hard time for comedians to do their thing. So I'm just watching this one unfold, but I'm definitely not taking sides because I feel like the subject matter is a little too extreme. And I don't want to get on the wrong side of history with that. But the video is cringe.
The video is very cringe. But if the message was at the end, then that proves the point that I was trying to say. I think it was for a greater conversation. And the conversation that we are having is less focused on the message in just the video. And I also think this whole Aries just had a very rough last week. I think that this video came out kind of like, oh, you remember he did shit like this? And now Tiffany is the casualty of war. Because the Aries hate train is going right now.
Because, child, that video is uncomfortable. There's a point where he's pouring baby oil on him. The boy is like, at the end, the boy flips the narrative and is looking through the newspaper himself. And he sees Aries in just like these gray, tighty whitey type underwear. And he's like massaging him. It's very uncomfortable. It's very, very uncomfortable. So I don't know.
I think without I think this, what has to happen if I'm on Tiffany's, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're okay. I'm figuring this out as I go because nothing has made sense to me from the time I started watching that video to this conversation we're having right now.
I think that it was supposed to be a part of a bigger conversation. And the only way to sit down and fix this is Tiffany, a therapist,
Aries.
We don't. Tiffany, therapist, someone who has dealt with this, have an open conversation about why this video was made and how it affects people in our community.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that is the piece that is missing. I think we were missing the reason behind it.
Yeah, because they didn't say anything on social media all day yesterday. Now, of course, their teams are probably like, "Shut up! Don't you say anything." But at the same time, I'm like, what would they say to this?
What I just said, this piece is satire. It was supposed to bring a bigger conversation about molestation in Black families and how it's sometimes swept under the rug and how we know sometimes people aren't right, but we still allow them to do things and it's a family secret.
Mm-hmm.
And then also with the grooming, even if you think about it, if I didn't watch it, but from my mind of the creative and how metaphoric it is, from the little boy now watching the grandpa or the uncle through the newspaper, it's like these are learned habits and learned traits that sometimes get passed on if it's never talked about or people don't truly heal from it.
No, I get that. Most definitely.
So there's a lot of layers in it, but baby, trash can.
But child, talk about your news for the week. Number two. That computer locked me out. We really got into that one. So number two is T.I. reacts to his son's arrest, says that he warned King that his behavior will land him in prison. So on Friday, T.I. seemingly wanted no part in public discourse about his son's behavior. Instead, he made it clear that the conversation was already held in private with King, his mother Tiny, and even his grandmother. T.I. says, "Got a small request, man. Stop hitting me and getting in my comments telling me what to tell King. I know my son. You think I ain't spoke to my son? Think I ain't told my son, his mama and his grandma, his ass is going to prison if his goddamn wait, what? T.I. Right, okay.
Yeah, T.I. said
so he basically told his mom, his grandma, and King himself that his ass is going to prison if he keeps this shit up. He says, ain't no way around it. Ain't nothing I'm going to be able to do about it. Can't nobody stop it but him. The artist continued, saying that he's made his peace with whatever is next for King. He claimed to know his son's energy because he was that energy and knows how things will turn out. He continues saying, King's a good kid chasing after the wrong shit. I trust in God to deal with it the way that he sees fit. I ain't really, it ain't really shit else. Okay, yeah, he's speaking this. It ain't really shit else. I mean, he done got all the whoopings. He done got the punishment. He did everything as a child you can do to him. So now he gonna have to go through it to get through it. Okay. And ain't nothing me, his mama, or nobody else is gonna be able to say about it, man. One thing T.I. made clear is that his unconditional love for King. He states that he will love his child through whatever it is that he's going through. But at this point, T.I. will let life be King's teacher. He says he's going to learn his lessons. Life is going to teach him all the lessons that he needs to know. And that's the most we can do. That's the best we can ask for. I know who he is at his core. That shit that he's trying to convince himself of things that we all do as young men and even young women growing up. Trying to convince ourselves that we are certain things. And in that journey, we find out exactly who the fuck we really is. At the time of publication, King had not publicly responded to his father's comments. For me, it's okay, yeah, I understand what T.I. is saying to that degree. I thought that this was a very interesting story because you remember the whole Waffle House conversation where he was downplaying that waitress because she worked at Waffle House and he was T.I.'s son. Well, look how the tables have turned. I really don't like it. I don't want to gloat about him being in prison because I've had family in prison. But like, first off, why is he trying to lead this life knowing he's not about this? That boy has never had to struggle a day in his life. At least not as far as the streets are concerned. Maybe emotional, mental struggles. But like you being a gangbanger, I'm not seeing the vision.
I think
so. Why do you want to present yourself like that? And T.I. always want to be inserting himself into other people's business, dropping huge vocabulary words. Where were you when King was doing whatever the fuck he was doing? Tiny always want to be sitting there shuffling around, nodding in approval. Where were you shaking your head in disapproval where King was doing what the fuck he was doing? Family is a mess. A mess. And you already know I have a disdain towards T.I. because I just think he's a big goofball who swears he knows everything and doesn't know shit about shit. It's always a double standard. It's always this, undertone of misogyny. And now King is in prison looking scruffy. Waffle House wouldn't even employ him looking like that. I'm done. What do you think?
I think that wow, first off, wow, thank you for that. I was just shook for a second. I didn't have anything.
Yeah, I gets on my fucking nerves, and his son acts similarly, so that gets on my nerves too.
I think that sometimes when your parents are in the spotlight, your mom is part of one of the greatest R&B groups of all time. Your dad comes from very street life and has had multiple hits and lots of success in his own right. And you are an artist and you are trying to get a name for yourself. And we know with hip hop, we talked to this, me, my friend. Who was I talking to about this? Oh my gosh, we were having a great conversation about light-skinnedness and pretty girl. Juan, great conversation about light-skinned girls who are rappers who don't get the credibility because people sometimes associate pretty and light skin with privilege and easy. And hip hop usually comes from a place of authenticity, and people think that you're more authentic as a black person if you live in the hood or you went through some type of struggle.
Right.
So people tend to like Sweetie and Lotto and those people because it's like, why don't people really mess with Lotto like that? And I think it's because she's light skinned and she does not have the story of the backstory that I lived a rough life.
Okay. She didn't get it out the mud.
Yes.
Got it.
All that to go back to T.I.'s son, who wants to be an artist, wants to be a rapper. And when you're an artist and a rapper, a lot of times you talk about your truths and your struggles and the things that were hard for you because that connects with people, you know? And I think him not having that and us knowing that this is like his retaliation, try to like lash out like, okay, I am actually about that life. I can do that. I can have this because I need to have my credibility for my artistry. Or I'm tired of people playing me because you watch me grow up on TV and now you don't see me as, how old is he?
I don't know how old that boy is.
As the young man that I am, you still see me as a little boy. So now I feel like I need to put on this show. I need to do all this extra stuff. I need to do this and it's letting his ass in hot water. But I think we have a commercial break. We'll see.
Okay.
Yes. But I think we have a commercial break. We'll see.
Oye, locos, this is Rennie with the Brown Skin Investors, helping communities of color learn more about financial literacy. Catch us every Wednesday at 8 p.m. on TGN Latinx.
Are you happy with your life, money, career, or relationships? Most people are frustrated with how life is evolving around them. What if you could change one thing to turn your life into a different direction? Would you want the insight? How could you transform your life with intuitive awareness? Learn more. Get answers today. Book a free discovery session with Coach Zena, intuitive transformational practitioner. Go to www.coachzena.com or follow on Instagram, coach.askzena.
Hey, my name is Jasmine Sweets, and I'm so excited to be bringing you The Sweet Spot on TGN Vibes, Good Vibes, and R&B. Playing the old school, new school, and in between. I'm coming to you this summer. Stay tuned.
Hey everyone, it's the Primos Chidos.
Hopefully you're enjoying this show, but if it sucks, be sure to check out our show, live Thursdays at 12.
Yeah, join me and my sister and basically my brother as we discuss everything from immigration to ejaculation.
If that sounds interesting, then we're the show for you.
Warning, the following podcast features discussion of sensitive topics, graphic content, and uncensored stupidity. Unless otherwise stated, the featured content is not discussed by professionals or experts. TGN and the Primos Chidos must advise against taking anything said on this program too seriously. Viewer discretion is advised.
Yo, this is Jay Saline from Hollywood Unlocked, and even though they extra as hell, check out Never Not Extra on TGN Network.
That's right.
Y'all gotta have notes, cue cards, teleprompter.
Hey there, business owners. Don't miss our limited time offer. Advertise on the Good News Radio as low as $2 per commercial slot. That's right. Promote your business up to 4 times a day, every day for a month on live radio. If you're interested, email us at contact@tgnradio.net. Once again, that's contact@tgnradio.net.
Hey, what's up, business owners? Are you looking to take your business a step forward? Are you looking for more people to know what you have to offer? You are in luck. The Good News Radio has a special deal for you right now. You can get a commercial slot 4 times a day, every day for a month. If you are interested, email contact@tgnradio.net for more information.
Yo, what's cracking, fools? It's your boy, Caesar Leo. Caesar Leo knows it all. Check me out every Tuesday at 1 p.m. right here on TGN Latinx, the authority in radio and podcast. Let's go, baby. And what? Fool, you don't like it? So what?
Is it time for a career change?
And we are back. We are in the middle of Bitch You Better Read, and we are number 3.
Number 3.
I was about to say, don't leave me hanging, please. It's been a long day.
In the studio.
A Kansas teacher who was previously suspended for refusing to use a student's preferred name and pronouns has been awarded a $95,000 lawsuit settlement.
Oh.
Child. As the world continues to strive to become more inclusive as it relates to self-identification, the American school system has adopted new practices to ensure all students feel respected. But their actions against one teacher who failed to properly address a student cost them close to $100,000. According to recent reports, a former Kansas middle school teacher was previously suspended for refusing to use a student's preferred name and pronouns. So she sued the school and was recently awarded $95,000. Girl. Fuck that job. At the Hill reports, Pamela Ricard, a former math teacher at Fort Riley Middle School in Kansas, just walked away with a hefty payday following her win in a lawsuit she filed against the school for violating her religious beliefs and her First Amendment rights. Ricard was suspended for 3 days back in April 2021 after she refused to use the student's preferred name and pronouns and instead referred to them by their legal name, a claim that she firmly denied. A judge recently awarded her $95,000 in her lawsuit against the school, according to a statement from her attorneys. Ricard claimed that she was never directly asked to use the students' updated pronouns or their preferred name, but Fort Riley Middle School told a different story. They say that a school counselor informed Ricard that the student preferred to be called by a name other than their legal name and that their pronouns had officially been changed to he, him. Additionally, Ricard admitted that she addressed the student as Miss and used her legal name in an effort to respect the student without compromising her own religious beliefs. She was promptly suspended for violating school policies involving diversity, inclusion, and the bullying of students by staff. After Ricard's lawsuit was filed back in March, a U.S. District Court for the District of Kansas ruled that the lawsuit could officially move forward 2 months later. Fast forward to the present, and Fort Riley Middle School officials agreed to pay Ricard $95,000 in damages and attorney fees to settle the lawsuit. Following the judgment, Ricard attorney Tyson Langhorf said that no school district should ever force teachers to willfully deceive parents or engage in any speech that violates their deeply held religious beliefs. Woo! That's a lot of reading. For me, I know I was jokingly saying fuck that school, but my real opinion about this is if you're going to be a teacher, be prepared to move with the times. Right now, especially this new generation does not play about pronouns, individual identity, self-identification. So I feel like as a teacher or in any profession, there has to be a certain level of awareness about your field. If you're not willing to grow with the times, you should not be in a classroom setting, especially when we say things like the children are the future. These kids are in a position where you are supposed to help them with their early foundation, teaching them not only the fundamentals of the education system, but also to appreciate who they are, the things that they need to do well in this life. And if a student is coming to you at a very young age telling you that a counselor told them this, but if they're expressing that they don't want to be identified as a certain way, then respect it and identify them as a certain way. Like, I don't understand why that's such a problem. And for me personally, I don't feel like this teacher needed $95,000. I understand on a legal front that she was probably owed that because, like they said, the First Amendment rights and going against her religious beliefs. But girl, unless this is a Catholic school, fuck your religious beliefs. It's not about you. unless them kids are doing something like degrading to you or something that compromises who you are as an individual, your identification, then there's no reason for you to be so stubborn in your own views. I don't think she needed $95,000. I think she deserved to be suspended and maybe replaced at a different school. I don't know what kind of school setting she would thrive in. But I don't think she needs to be teaching kids, because if my child, for some reason, says, "Oh, I'm like gender non-binary or I'm trans," like, and the teacher doesn't acknowledge them that way, like, knowing I have to help my child unpack all that stuff, and then they go to school and you're making it harder for them, don't fucking play with me. Do not play with me. So I don't like stuff like that. I really don't like when people fuck with children. I don't know. What do you think about this?
I agree with your first statement. I think that a teacher's job is to help expand the mind of the child. It should be there to open the possibilities of the world to that child, help them see the world in a grander view, but also educating them on where they come from, and also the rhetoric that we never use, like algebra, and knowing where Christopher Columbus sailed the ocean blue.
Okay.
But for a teacher, someone who's in a position of empowerment, because I know there's some teachers that I looked at and I was like, wow, I remember Miss Bunting, I remember Miss Grimlett, I remember Miss Davis, I remember all those teachers that had impact on my life, right? And if my teacher is someone that I look up to, especially those like my first, second, third grade teachers, so those like very impressible years, like I'm young, I'm learning, find out who I am, and their kindness stuck with me, So to have something like that on the flip, and someone that I look up to, someone that's supposed to guide me through this life that's very young and I don't know much about, someone who's my elder that I'm looking up to, like I want to be like them, to say to me or not accept me for who I am because they refuse to set aside their personal beliefs and just let me grow in mine, or help me just be a little bit more comfortable in my skin, they need to fucking go.
Point blank.
I
period.
don't get it.
Point
Why
blank,
do you want to
period.
teach the children if you don't want to teach the children? Inclusiveness is part of teaching the children.
It's huge.
Even if you don't agree with it. I don't have to agree with everything you do. But what I do have to do is act in love and act in understanding. I'm gay as fuck. I don't understand vagina. But I'm never going to go up to a straight man and say, you know what you doing is wrong. I don't get it. I don't subscribe to it. I don't see what you coming out here, you're doing all this stuff, you're messing up people's pH balances. You're having babies and don't want to take care of them. Straights.
Right.
It's the straights.
The worst.
What if I said that?
Everyone will look at you like
everyone look at me like I'm crazy.
Yeah.
But people flip that all the time on something that they don't understand or something they don't simply subscribe to.
Absolutely.
And if that baby wants to be they or whoever they want to be,
he, him.
Hell, my niece may grow up tomorrow and want to be a unicorn. Guess what? I'm going to call her a unicorn.
I had a very interesting conversation with one of the other hosts on the network about this. But I would rather that host come into this space and break down their thoughts on it, because there were valid points, but at the same time, I was like, I don't know. Like, while I respect logical thinking, I'm also at a point in life where I don't care to overcomplicate my life by trying to tell someone else about theirs.
I understand that too. And I think that there are two types of people. There are the left brain and the right brain. One's creative, one's very logical. I think in those impressionable years, that creative mind has to expand.
Absolutely.
Because the way that the world is moving, if you don't have creativity, if you can't express yourself, if you don't know how to get around situations, then they're always logical. Because the God I serve don't work in logic.
Okay.
Sometimes things just happen.
You are ridiculous.
But it's my creative mind and my hustle mind that made me figure out how to do this stuff. You got to be creative the way you move around things. And if that stuff's not nurtured, just like why the arts are important in school, it's more than just math problems. Music helps with the math. 4/4 timing, 3/4 timing, half notes, whole notes. That all helps you when you do your curriculum. Dancing, writing, creative, learning lines, acting, that's English. That's reading and writing. That helps with that. The arts are a gateway. Reading music. All that stuff helps expand the mind. So that all goes back to that point about logic. If my child wants to be a unicorn, they can be a unicorn. Because I'm not going to take away their imagination and their ability to see things that's not already there. I'm not going to be like, baby, you're a girl.
Right.
Baby, you're a girl.
As they get older, they'll
You're a
grow into
unicorn.
that stuff.
Yeah. But if they want to be a unicorn, let their mind explore because that's where it's honed in at. If people told Walt Disney, that a mouse was never going to make it, I'm pretty sure he didn't think about a creative mouse when he was like 40, even though that's when Walt Disney started. He probably had that vision as a child. He probably had a mouse in his house that he was talking to and named it Mickey and grew up and then made the illustration. But if the mom was like, that's a mouse. Quit talking to the damn mouse.
Right. I'm trying to get it killed. Exterminator coming on Thursday.
Imagine if Michael never had Ben, even though Joseph killed Ben. Imagine Michael never had Ben.
Who's Ben?
Who's Ben? You don't know Ben, the two of us, we live no more.
I'm guessing this would have came if I watched that long ass Jackson 5 movie.
You've never watched the entire movie?
Not in full, it's long.
Eric, what else are you doing with your life that you can't sit through the Jackson 5 American Dream, one of the greatest TV series ever?
Kelvin, you know there's a lot of shows and movies I have not watched.
Me
And that
too.
movie being a lot longer does not make me want to
If
watch
we
it.
need to black out 3 days for your ass to sit down and watch like this 12-part series.
I'm not watching that.
Oh, yes, you will. You say that
3 days.
but once you get into it, you don't want to. There's so many classic moments in there. From episode 1 all the way up to the ending episode. We thank you. That's why you don't know nothing. That's why you know no good.
Because I don't want to watch that long ass movie.
That's why you know no good.
It's just long. Like, I'm not a big enough Jackson fan for that.
On this national holiday,
Janet doesn't even get featured in the film.
on B-Day,
So why would I
you are
watch that?
disrespecting another Black iconic moment. Beyonce has watched that 12 times.
Okay. It was more aligned with her life, not mine.
Aligned with your life too.
How?
You ever got whooping?
Yes.
You ever had a dream?
Okay.
You ever ate cold food?
What?
Have you ever eaten cold food?
Yes.
This aligns with your life.
Calvin, you're just saying anything. I'm over it. Number 4.
We're not over this. You're gonna watch this. Hey guys, we'll actually be back. We're gonna start the series.
Right? Imagine I just come back and watching Jackson 5, The American Dream. I'm over it. I don't want to see that long movie.
Number 4.
Child, The Temptations is long too, but I watched that one.
How you watch the Temptations, but you didn't watch the other one?
I watched The Temptations like 5 times.
The Jackson 5 one is 10 times better than the Temptations.
I don't know that to be true.
Yes. It's actually a fact. Angela Bassett.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Lawrence Fishburne? That's not Lawrence Fishburne. It's the other light skin man. Well, he not light skin. He like brown skin. He like Richard Roundtree, but he not Roundtree. Or Richard Lawson, but he not Richard Lawson.
I actually don't know who
Read
plays
the
it.
story. I'm gonna tell you.
So a woman claims that she knew her boyfriend was cheating because he got better in bed. Wow.
Wow. Okay.
In a recent TikTok video, Pernille Terhove, who's 22, said that her boyfriend recently lasted longer in bed after returning from a trip with his friends. Terhove further explained that they had been dating for only 4 months and didn't see each other for a week before he went out on the guys' trip. She initially didn't want to assume anything, but her boyfriend decided to come clean about the affair via a Snapchat message. He said, "I feel pretty bad, and I'm disappointed in myself because there's something I haven't told you. One of the boys invited 2 girls on our cabin trip, and I ended up sleeping with one of them," he wrote in the message. "I was thinking to myself that it was a bit strange, but didn't say anything to him." Terhove's boyfriend further stated that he didn't want to do anything else with the women, but they claimed they couldn't go home and said that they didn't even decide on an exclusive relationship before he left for the trip. So him and his girlfriend didn't establish any exclusivity before he went on his guys' trip. Oh, man. When I read the message, I was kind of shocked and obviously very sad. He came home to me and had sex with me straight after he had sex with the girl on the cabin trip. Oh, bitch. Women. However, he expressed disappointment in his actions and said, "This is not the person I want to be." According to the New York Post, the couple rekindled their relationship after Torhove insisted that they break up in person rather than on Snapchat. She decided to give him a second chance and said, "He's turned out to be a very sweet and nice boy." That's the end of the story.
I just want to say that this goes back to what I talked about at the beginning of the episode.
Which was,
why are you waiting to get married?
But
think about it. Because if he never cheated, he never would have perfected his backstroke. He never would have had that girl say, "Put my leg like this." That opened up a world of possibilities to him. And that's why she took him back. Maybe she's vanilla in the bed and don't know.
Maybe, because a lot of people don't know that. I'm learning.
Maybe
a lot of people don't know that.
Coffee straight black, no creamer, no nothing.
Okay,
just straight to it,
one level.
And he had to go experience something else with somebody else to come back and put the thing on it.
Mm-hmm.
Now I didn't know where this story was going when we first started.
It's poorly written.
When you started talking about he went off on the boys' trip and he came back and she realized he had sex and had some new moves.
That would have been a plot
maybe
twist. He fucked
the
one of the
boys'
guys.
trip had ended like the other cabin. You know the cabin,
right?
that
Yeah.
Kai ended up being on.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I know what cabin.
Dog Pound USA.
Okay, even though that's not the one.
I know,
but close enough. Yeah, the story's poorly written, so I was waiting for it to like get somewhere. I guess it's just missing details for me. But how would you feel about that? Like, you're dating this guy, he had sex on the guy's trip, came back, got better in sex, message. Like, how would you navigate this situation if it was you?
Know, sometimes NBA players gotta go off to training camp. Yeah, train, learn new things, come back ready for the season. They weren't exclusive. If they were exclusive, I would be upset. If we were exclusive and we said we're exclusive, we're dating one-on-one, this is it. Then I'll be like, you really wanted the boys' trip and you went out and wild out. But there was no exclusivity there. I can't talk to them.
Exclusivity.
There we go.
Look,
none of that. None of
exclusivity
there. So you can't really get mad.
Yeah.
And now you're reaping the benefits of it.
But can you?
Because she came back. So that means whatever new trick he learned, it was good enough for her to say.
We say shit like that, but honestly, can they not be mad?
I think that you have every right to your feelings. I say this all the time in an argument. However you feel, you have the right to feel that way. Because these are your feelings. I cannot interpret how you should feel for you. So if you tell me why you're mad about it, I can respect that. And I can understand that because empathy is important.
Right.
But let's go back to the logic conversation we had before. If the logic's that me and you aren't together, even though we share time, even though we make these moves and stuff, if we're not together and we both have verbally said we're not together, then you can't get mad. It's another conversation. Stop doing boyfriend, girlfriend things with people that aren't your boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah, stop playing house.
It's cool to go on dates. It's cool to kick it. It's cool to have all this fun, but they don't get all the benefits of an in-house boyfriend, girlfriend. Y'all are buddies.
That was for me.
Y'all are friends. I love to kick with my friends. I love to go out with my friends. I love to eat with my friends. Me and my friends will have sex, but everything else we have fun doing. And then when we're done, they go to their home, and I go to my home. And that's how it is sometimes when you're dating. Especially if there's no exclusivity there. Like, you can be exclusive when you're in, but I don't mean the other person has to be.
Right.
That's a lesson I have to learn.
That'll drive you crazy. I don't recommend that to
I
nobody.
To learn that lesson.
Yeah. I mean, hey, if she happy, fuck it, right?
He came back. Let him go on another one. He may learn the trick. Maybe you go on the cabin trip every year. Actually, when is it? I'll go half on a ticket. I know you come back in. You're gonna learn something new. It's like going off to a conference. You go off to conference and you
Mhm.
learn new tricks and stuff,
Right.
ways to work the field
Okay.
to perfect your craft. That's what he was doing, perfecting his craft.
So he's a scholar. That's it.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, that's real perspective. I'm one of those people that in my older age, I've had to learn how to say what I want, what's going to work, what's not going to work. Because a younger me in this situation still would have flipped my shit. Still would have flipped it. Together or not. Just because. But in my older age, now I understand why I can't flip it. At least not to the person. I can feel it at home by myself, but I can't flip it to the other person. So, like, I guess the moral of this story is know what you want from people, so that way there's no confusion and you don't have to like become irate. That's the best takeaway I could give y'all. And a reminder for myself out loud. Number 5.
No, before we get to number 5, I did want to say his name is the actor who played Joe Jackson is Lawrence Hilton Jacobs. You've seen him. You just never knew his name.
Oh yes, yeah, he's definitely one of those black actors who's you just
Catherine?
never. Mm-hmm.
So this is a movie. You see Diana Ross?
Holly Robinson.
You
Pete
see
is
that?
Diana Ross.
Yes, she is. You see? Do you not see Bumper right there?
I don't know who that man is.
You know who Bumper is? Bumper Robinson. I say his name, you probably say, "Who the hell is Bumper Robinson?" But Bumper Robinson is one of those black actors who was in every single black TV series.
Let me see his
He
face.
He played Laura's boyfriend for a while on Family Matters. I wish I can. How can I get to his page? Person Bumper. I'm telling you.
Oh yes, he was in Living Single.
Yes, he was in everything.
This picture wasn't a good one. It was the hat.
It's an older picture, but he's in it, so that means it's good. It's a.
One day I will watch it. I don't know when. I'm slowly catching up on all the films. I was supposed to watch the 5 Heartbeats yesterday.
Eric, talking about you've never seen 5 Heartbeats? Eric, you know it's like my second favorite movie.
Wow.
Right behind The Wiz.
Wow.
So when I say every night I got to fight to prove my love, you don't know what I'm talking about? I've said that so many times to you. You just thought I was ready to fight?
Maybe I just look at you like I'm doing right now.
I say that all the time. Every night I got to fight to prove, and you don't know what the hell I'm talking about. And if I say take your time, you don't know what I'm talking about either. If I say, is there a heart in the house tonight? You don't know how to respond. You don't know to stand up.
No.
And let me know. I don't know. I don't know what to do at this point.
I told you I'm not a big movie person.
It's not a movie.
It is a movie.
It's a cultural experience.
The 5 Heartbeats is a movie.
The 5 Heartbeats is a cultural experience. Robert Townsend, one of the greatest actors, directors, writers, unsung heroes in African American film history in this film period, delivered a classic with the 5 Heartbeats. Have you seen Meteor Man?
No.
Have you seen The Parenthood?
No.
That's a TV show with Robert Townsend.
Yeah, no. I know what you're talking about.
So you don't know the greatness of Robert Townsend?
I know some of it. He did Queen of the Dam.
Don't bring up Queen of the Dam.
But is that not his work?
It's his work, but not his greatest.
So what? You just said, am I not familiar? And I just showed you I'm familiar.
So you never seen Hollywood Shuffle?
No.
Eric, I'm literally going to give you a list. Hollywood Shuffle and being a... Listen, and this is not just for Eric, because I know it's before your time. Hell, it's before my time. But if you are black and you want to work in this entertainment industry, and we talk about satire and we talk about Marlon Wayans and the Wayans brothers and how they spoof things and just do things like that. Hollywood Shuffle is almost like the originator of those spoof things, but not like in the movies, like spoofing movies, but spoofing or shining the light on how crazy and ridiculous it was and still is sometimes for black actors and entertainers in this industry. And it was something that he did independent that shooketh the people of the time and does not get a lot of love that it deserves. So not only homework for Eric, all you people out there that want to be entertainers that happen to be people of color, please, Hollywood Shuffle, Robert Townsend. Take a minute, watch it.
Okay. I'm gonna need this list if you really want me to watch this stuff.
I am. Matter of fact, this boy I've been talking to for 2 hours, I need to figure out if he's seen.
You got your next few series of dates.
We're supposed to take a nap date.
That's cute. That's very cute.
Yeah. We'll probably put a pillow between us because, you know.
We'll talk about this because he ain't gonna give us much more detail. Number 5.
Number 5.
A woman accidentally locks herself in the bathroom for 3 days. Wow, relatable content. A woman in Thailand accidentally locked herself in the bathroom.
Shut the fuck up.
3 whole days. A woman from Thailand accidentally locked herself in the bathroom and relied on tap water for 3 days before being rescued. Authorities said the 54-year-old woman went into her bathroom and closed the door while using it on August 22nd. However, the bathroom's doorknob was broken, leaving the woman trapped for 3 days without food and water. She also left her phone in another room, so she didn't have any chance to call for help. According to Oddity Central, the woman banged and screamed for help in hopes that someone could hear her. No one heard her pleas for help for the next 2 days, and she had to drink tap water to stay energized. The woman also wrote a farewell note by using her skincare products in case nobody would find her in time. I've been stuck in the toilet since August 22nd. Okay, I guess this is just a way to say the bathroom in another country. I've been stuck in the toilet since August 22nd. If I die, please let J-Lek take care of my will. Please give Tuk's property to Tua Tum Tum. I drank tap water to survive. Without water, I would be dead. I tried to pry and smash my way out. I tried to shout, but no one heard me. On the 3rd day, her sister worried that she didn't hear from the woman and notified Bangkok police. A squad arrived at the house after receiving the call from the woman's concerned sister and jumped over the gate since the woman didn't respond to their calls. Officers used pliers to break into the woman's home and kicked open the bathroom door. The woman was reported to be weak since she didn't eat for 3 days and was transported to a local hospital. Doctors said that the woman was stable despite not eating for 3 days. She is expected to make a full recovery. Honest moment of vulnerability. I used to get stuck in coach bus bathrooms. I'm not joking, bitch. You know how, like, black people would like do these bus trips to like outlet malls and shit. So I would go to the bathroom and lock the door, but then I would be banging profusely because I would get locked in the fucking bathroom. And I'll talk more about this after this commercial break. Bathroom, and I'll talk more about this after this.
Hey, Jackie, what's wrong?
I'm over here running around trying to tell everybody about the Podcast Pit.
What's the Podcast Pit?
I'm glad you asked. The Podcast Pit is an event where you will find some of your favorite podcasts performing in front of a live audience.
Will there be food and drinks there?
Of course there will be. It's at Joxer Dailies in Culver City. They have a full bar and a full menu.
Hey, I may need to tell people about this as well.
Yes, come with me. Let's tell them. The Podcast Pit is coming. The Podcast
Pit is coming.
What's up, friends? It's IE and Friends. We're here at the Podcast Pit LA. It was so fun. We came to rep the IE. I think we did a pretty good job. So shout out to the Podcast Pit for having us. Shout out to TGN. You guys should definitely check them out. You should check me out, Asao V. Gomez.
Y'all can find me at I Know Caesar on IG. You can find me at airbear_IE on IG.
And you guys can find the podcast at IE and Friends on every social media network, except for OnlyFans. That's coming soon. So stay tuned. So follow us and follow TGN Podcast Pit. Have a good day, guys.
Birthdays are meant for celebration, and when it comes to celebrating, Flour & Sugar never misses a beat. Offering custom cake designs to fit any special occasion, your cake will be the talk around town. From sushi cakes to perfume bottles, everything is always edible. With flavors like Oreo, banana pudding, and our top flavor, strawberry shortcake, I can't miss. Order your special cake today by email at flourandsugarla@gmail.com or visit our website at flourandsugar.store. Or if you want to see new design, follow us on Instagram at _flour and sugar_.
Hey there, business owners. Don't miss our limited time offer. Advertise on the Good News Radio as low as $2 per commercial slot. That's right. Promote your business up to 4 times a day, every day for a month on live radio. If you're interested, email us at contact@tgnradio.net. Once again, that's contact@tgnradio.net.
Hey, Shariq LeMay.
Hey, what up, Jay Pinkay?
You already know what it is. You pulling up with me on Thursdays?
Oh, you already know Thursdays is lit.
What we doing?
We live on Limelight Live on TGN Talk.
You already know 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 10 p.m. Eastern for our East Coast folks. And hey, Calvin, why don't you join us sometimes?
Oh, gee, if you think I'm ready.
All right, Kelvin.
What a clown.
We'll see you then.
Hey, my name is Jasmine Sweets, and I'm so excited to be bringing you the Sweet Spot on TGN Vibes, Good Vibes, and R&B. Playing the old school, new school, and in between. I'm coming to you this summer. Stay tuned.
Are you looking for the best barbershop experience? Then the Locker Room Barbershop is the place for you. Check them out at their new location, located at 16900 Lakewood Boulevard, Unit 204 in Bellflower, California. If you would like to book an appointment, you can check them out at thelockerroom05.com or on Instagram at The Locker Room Barbershop LLC. Feel free to call the number 562.
And we are back. So like I was saying, I used to get stuck in coach bus bathrooms, and I hated that for myself. Like, it would be miserable. I would go in there, and then you know how you don't know that the door is locked until the bathroom light comes on? So I would lock the door, and then once it was time to get out, I just could not get the door open. And it used to be bad. Like, I would bang on the door. Like, there was one time, like, the bus stopped, and everyone was panicking because I was screaming and crying in the bathroom.
Well, why didn't they get you out the bathroom the first knock then? Why did it take that long?
I don't know, but at this time I had to be like 6, 7.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think that I was banging loudly enough at the start. And then once I started to like turn up and really like make a fuss, that's when people was like, what the fuck is going on in the bathroom? But the sad thing about this is that this has happened to me 3 or 4 times in life. There was a point where I was traumatized by coach bus bathrooms. Just didn't go. I would go before I got on the bus and after I got off the bus, but not on the bus. So to this woman who got stuck in this bathroom, you know, I really do feel for you. I didn't drink out the sink because I wasn't in there for that long of a period of time, but like, who am I to judge? Really? Moment of self-reflection. I had a very interesting childhood.
There's a couple questions I want to ask you just pertaining to this. The first one is, how would you survive 3 days in the bathroom?
I don't know, honestly. I don't know if my sanity would allow it. I would bogart the door though. Like, I feel like I'm big enough to break through the door. I don't know how Bangkok bathroom doors are set up, but I feel like any door on this side, I could break through. Because what the fuck am I going to do in the bathroom for 3 days? And then who's to say how big the bathroom was?
I was also going to say, like, is this an apartment bathroom? Because I can see that. Like, if you're in a bathroom, if I'm in my apartment and I'm stuck in my bathroom, although there is a window, so I can yell out. But those people that like live in like high rises or things like that, there's not really in concrete. Like, it's soundproof. That's scary because I'm looking at apartments downtown, and I was thinking, oh, this is gonna be great for when I play my music, and I don't have to bother my neighbors when my music's loud. But then here in this store, I'm kind of like, wait, time out.
Don't lock your bathroom door.
But I think to answer the first question, I think I'll probably I would bust my way out that somehow. That toilet's coming off, and we are going through the day one. That toilet's coming off. Also, I don't usually go to the bathroom on my phone. If I'm going to be gone long.
Why?
If I'm not going to be gone long, I'm not taking my phone. But if I know I'm going to be gone long, I'm going to take my phone.
It depends. Some days I want to know what's going on. Other days I'm like, no, this is just for me.
Yeah, but also just in case someone calls me or it's important. I think this comes from my old job. Just like always gotta be
because child,
let me be gone for 3 minutes. Like, what happened? But also, how long do you think you can go missing for before people start trying to figure out where you are? Because she had 3 days.
I think because of my living situation, I would only get like 1.5, 2 days tops before someone realizes something's not right. But if I was living in like an isolated situation, I don't know how long it would take people to realize I'm missing. I don't know. I never thought of that. What about you?
I think one.
Is it because you live with Breon?
Even if I live by myself, I think multiple people have my location. I know Josh, if I don't answer the phone or text him back, he's gonna check my location and hit me like 4 times, like, bitch, what the fuck, bitch, what the fuck, bitch, what the fuck. And then after like the 5th one, he's gonna like, wait, time out. That's not like Kelvin. Like, what's really going on? And he probably call somebody else and see what else is going on. And I think that's just how life would be. Like, I think people were like, wait, I haven't heard from Kelvin today. Where is he at? What is going on?
You need friends like that.
Yeah. That harass you.
Right.
Friends that harass you. Thank you for harassing me.
Keep the world go round. Keep the world going round.
But that also reminds me, I need to start putting snacks in my bathroom.
Ew. I don't like eating in the bathroom.
I don't like eating in the bathroom either, but hell, if I get stuck in there for 3 days, I need a chip or something.
Maybe like a wedge or something that you can use to like part the door. Or like an exit plan.
Did the door just lock behind her? Like, why is she locking the door? She in the bathroom in the house.
The doorknob broke.
Oh, the doorknob broke.
Yeah, she did. It wasn't a lock thing.
That's right.
But I'm also wondering like how the door.
Yeah, how is the door? Because
like how did it break? Was there like a metal rod left in between like the door and the other? I don't even know what that's called. In the frame? Like I visually, I want to see how this was broken, so that way I can understand how she didn't get out.
Your bathroom that resembles a screwdriver?
No.
Yeah, me neither.
I have an actual screwdriver that's not in the bathroom.
No.
I'm trying to think like
how would I get out? Like, I'm sorry, guys. We're really doing brain exercises right here live on air.
Well, one thing I've learned that's effective is using a debit card or a gift card.
So you broken and entered a few times.
Yes. Absolutely. I forget things.
You know, I'm not gonna put their business out, but one of my friends has a bathroom like that.
Really?
When you go to their house, the doorknob is broken. If you shut the door all the way, you get stuck on the inside.
Why don't they fix that?
I don't know why they haven't fixed that yet.
How long has it been like that?
It has been like that since I've known them.
How long have you known them?
I've known them for about 4 years now.
That is reason to judge.
And then whenever someone new goes over, say, be careful, just put the door up, don't shut it all the way because you could get stuck.
I don't think I've been to enough of your friends' houses to be able to know.
You know the friends.
But I don't think I've been to their house. And that's why I don't know this. And that's okay. Ignorance is bliss. But
when you
4
go,
years?
When you go,
I'm like, bitch, 4 years of this. What is the reason? What is the reason?
I do know that. Oh, wow. I wonder what they got to have a screwdriver in their bathroom at this point.
You have to, after 4 years, you know how to navigate that.
Yeah.
You have to. There's no way.
Because it's a pull.
And how many people have been in that house in that time?
I know a lot of people that have gotten stuck in that bathroom.
So that you have to know a way out of it. You have to, like when people have fucked up toilets and shit, like you have to know how to navigate that.
The only way is like, because usually like music's playing, so they're banging like when the music goes down, or we're like, damn, such been gone for a minute.
Child, check your doorknobs, everybody, and make sure you have proper water. I don't know, wherever you need to. That was all for bitch. You better read. We'll figure it out eventually. First day.
What's my favorite word?
And now it's time for the topic. Yeah, man. So today's topic is, how do you feel about dating someone who is still close with their ex? Would you like to start?
Have you been like in my life recently?
Yes, for the past 5 years.
In my personal conversations. I have a confession. I am still close with a lot of my exes.
Okay.
So I don't know if my look at it, it's gonna be a little off. But I also say this: in college, all my exes were my friends before we were together.
Mm-hmm.
So like my first boyfriend from my freshman year into junior year, we were friends that like first semester up until that second semester. We were friends, just hanging out. And then we had, being gay boys, one of those moments. It was like, oh, maybe this isn't that bad. I see you kind of differently,
Mm.
And then we started dating, and we dated for 3 years. So when we broke up, we still had mutual friends.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started dating another friend. And when we broke up, we still have mutual friends, but we were friends even while I was dating my ex. So like we had like 3-4 years of friendship before we actually decided, like, okay, let's do this,
Hmm. So it's not as easy to kind of like, the relationship.
No, it's not.
I feel that. So with that knowledge for yourself, are you lenient with people that you date that may be close to their exes?
Yeah.
Is there any time? Are there any times where you're like, something about this connection feels uncomfortable for me?
No. I think that because what has to happen is that you have to have trust in your mate. I think that people forget that you had life before you. And just because I used to eat just because I used to eat pork, don't mean I'm going to eat it again. I'm not going to bite it. I always say I want a fried pork chop. I miss fried pork chops, but I'm not going to go out and get one. I understand it's going to give me a headache and make my stomach hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Same way with my ex, it's going to give me a headache and make my stomach hurt.
Okay. That's
so
fair.
I think that like people forget, like people have relationships and had strong foundations and stuff with people before they met you. Now, what is different is how close are you with said ex?
Mm-hmm.
Like, are you talking to this person every day? Are y'all going on trips together? Are y'all doing all these other things together solo?
Mm-hmm.
Now that's different. But if you are cordial and having fun, then it's okay. But also, my best friend Stephanie is my ex.
Oh yeah, I remember you telling me that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But clearly today, there's nothing going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But if we still were, if I was straight, I can see my future wife may have a way about me knowing her. But Stephanie's married, has children, so it's like, I don't know. I think it's just all about the person and how close you are to that person, because all breakups aren't messy, bad breakups.
Yeah, that is true.
So sometimes you want to keep people around that are good people.
Yeah.
People that that honestly got your back.
I share a similar view because I'm still cool with my ex. Like, we don't converse every day. It's one of those situations, like if I'm in town, we'll hang out like as a collective. It'll be a group of us. If he ever wants my opinion on his outfit, he will send me a picture of it and be like, like, should I get this suit? Should I get this suit? But it's nothing flirtatious. It's nothing that if you were to open our text threads, you would be like, oh, something about this seems like sneaky. So I guess with that knowledge, for me personally, I give more grace to people I'm dealing with if they're still cool with their ex. But once again, there are levels to this, and like you said, it depends on how close the two of them seem to be. Because I'm not here for no nonsense, but I'm not gonna jump down your throat if you're still cool with your ex, because I'm still cool with my ex. He's not a lifeline though. He's not someone that I feel like I could call right now and he'll pick up the phone. Maybe, but I don't know. So yeah, I'm with you on that one actually. Maybe we're two anomalies, but I feel like a lot of people keep relationships with their ex unless it's some real toxic shit. Even the ones with really toxic shit keep relationships with their ex, so you never know, especially the gays, child.
Yeah, that's kind of like, I don't know. Because I'm like, I know I'm friends with my ex, but like, how would I feel if my baby was friends with one of his ex? Like, how close are you? Where's the line? Where do you draw the line?
Mm-hmm.
Where do you draw the line?
Right. I don't know. I've only had that one experience that I can think of. I haven't.
I think
dated people that are.
Yeah, and I've been single for so long
Mm-hmm.
that I just operate and move how I want.
Mm-hmm.
Not to say like I'm fucking on my exes, but like I still like, if I want to talk to my ex, I'll call him like, hey, how you been? How's this? How's your mom? How's life? How's just to check up, you know? And I don't know if they would feel comfortable with that. Because I know there's nothing there. Why not? Maybe I have to check myself.
I don't know.
But do you think that's an insecurity?
I think it's an insecurity, but I think it's a valid one. Like I think it's a valid one because sometimes you just don't know, and certain traumas.
But is that personal, or is that does your current have to play into that because you're insecure about that?
No, I think you have a right to understand how close they are because you're the current partner. Like I think that's on either side. Like if someone I'm talking to questions me about that, I feel like they have a right to want to know. As do I have a right to want to know. But I think that there's limits to it. Like if the person shows you or tells you that there's nothing going on with their ex, and I mean, they don't have to show you their phone, but say that they show you your phone. At that point, I'm not going to keep bringing it up. That's when the insecurity is a problem, a personal problem. If they can disprove it, and kind of like disarm me, then it's my job to get over that insecurity. Because if I keep probing, that creates problems in the relationship. And it's like, what more can they do to show you that they're not doing anything for you, or doing anything to you? So yeah, I think that there's limits to it, but I don't think that there's anything wrong with asking the initial question. My tongue is struggling today.
Mine too. Sunday.
I think I need sleep and water.
That's what I need.
Yeah.
A week. It's Labor Day, so I ain't gotta go to work tomorrow.
Amen.
I don't have to go to work tomorrow.
So
That just really just hit me. I'm gonna sleep in.
Are you?
No.
Yeah.
I never sleep in.
I know.
I'm just laying in bed for a while.
Okay.
But no, I think I agree with that. I agree with that. I think that you gotta suck that shit up. People have lives before you. I can't get mad at you for doing something that you did before me.
Yeah. You're gonna mess up what you currently have, worrying about what they don't have anymore. Like sometimes there is reason to believe that the person is doing dirt, but don't assume, because that skepticism ruins relationships, in my opinion. So yeah, but that was all for the topic. I kind of preferred my bathhouse beatbox.
I liked it too.
Yeah.
I have two questions of the day that I have in mind. Oh, hold on.
I'm about to say.
And now it's time for question of the day.
Question?
So do you want to go, because we've been talking about relationships and stuff, do you want to do relationship route, or do you want to do entertainment route?
Let's do entertainment.
Okay. Entertainment route. There's been a lot of talk about on Twitter, because it was announced by Variety that Kenya Barris was going to be remaking or making a new version of The Wizard of Oz.
Oh yes, I did see that.
And a lot of people were up in arms because we all know Kenya Barris from like the Blackish and the Mixes and all those mixed race things and dealing with racial issues and things like that. But people say they don't want that in The Wiz. We don't want Big Lotto as Dorothy. You know, we want our Dorothy just to be Dorothy. We don't need a color complex. She got lost in a magical land and just came back. But thinking about that, I was like, my favorite movie is The Wiz. It's my all-time favorite movie. And it's just a remake of The Wizard of Oz, which is a predominantly white cast, you know. So it got me to thinking, like, if we were to take one of those classic movies, a classic like predominantly white movie that is like forever and etched in our mind or in cinema history to them, because to us we have our own classics, what would you take and give it a modern day, I hate to use this word, urban or black or like vibe? Like, what movie would you want to change? Like, you know what, we're about to make this for us.
I want one that I can do but won't become cliche. Like, for me, I love a Charlie's Angels, but I don't want to see that black. Maybe I do, and I just don't know what that looks like. But the first thing that popped into my head is Sex and the City.
Yeah.
Because we never got a Living Single movie.
No, we didn't.
So that would be my chance to do that. But I want to do it in a way that doesn't resemble Girls Trip. I want to do it in a way that can be a hybrid of Girlfriends and Living Single.
Okay.
So like, but I want to give everyone like completely different careers.
So like, and making a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because I'm still gonna operate in the same format, like film wise. I don't want to like take Sex in the City as a show, but I'm thinking like the movie because we got Living Single and Girlfriends, but we didn't get movies for those. So that's what I'm thinking. Sex in the City, but make it black.
But no like movie. But no other movie.
No, that was a hybrid. I was gonna say Bring It On. Come back to me. You got one?
I was thinking I would like to either take like Casablanca and like something like those old films, like modernize it to today, and like the falling in love overseas, woman traveling, living in her black excellency, comes to sees the sailor. Like, what's going on with that? They fall in love. He gets this whole thing going on. I would like to see that black because I feel like we can make that really black and just like opulence. I like black opulence that's going on right now. I like this movement that we're going on in television where black people have money.
Absolutely.
I like that. I don't like these struggling. I know that people were upset about it because they feel like it was out of touch. But why is it out of touch? Because you don't see yourself doing it. So that's why we need people like this on the TV.
Okay.
But don't let me get in my soapbox right now.
Preach.
So I like that black opulence feel about that thing right there. I also would love to see like a black version of Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead. Or like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Okay. That could be fun.
Like a black version of like those 80s classic, The Breakfast Club. Why is it not a black version of The Breakfast Club?
I don't know. And is there, and we're just not thinking of it.
I can't think of one.
I can't.
That's what I want to see. I want to see those classic like I don't think that we had. I was talking to my friend James, and he was just talking about there's not been our friend James, J Penn, friends of the show.
Oh yes.
There has not been a good black coming to age film in a minute. The last one was like Dope. You remember Dope?
No.
Okay, but what last one before that I thought was like The Wood.
Okay.
That's like the last really good coming to age film that for our culture it was like, damn, that's good. And then Dope was coming to age, but it's super edgy. They deal with drugs and all this stuff. So we really had like a nice, wholesome, simple, funny, even though The Wood wasn't wholesome, but you get what I'm saying. Like something that's like just universal, like funny, just like, damn, this is a classic. We haven't had one of those in a minute.
We also don't have a Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Oh my gosh. Can you imagine?
I don't know why sugar daddies are the first thing that popped into my head as far as candies, but
oh my god, the Oompa Loompa songs would be so lit.
They would be turned, and I want
it'd be like
Rockwilder.
It'd be like 5-part harmonies, like Boys to Men, like type harmonies, and like Mint Condition, Don't Leave instrumentations.
Yeah, I see that.
Oh my gosh, Eric, you may be on to something,
right? I think I am. Because why don't we have that?
Why am I going to work on? You want to put it on paper?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna present it.
Okay.
Because you know we have a movie department.
Really? Just make sure I get my
money.
money.
I won't tell this on air because then people
right, they're gonna run and BuzzFeed gonna have mad
Let's
emails.
Talk about it.
That would
my
be
mind
fun.
is blown right now.
Wow. Take that with you. Don't tell a friend because then I won't get my money.
No, we already said it right here, so they know your IP.
Period. But yeah, let's put that on paper. That'd be cute.
Oh my goodness.
That'd be fun.
Come with me and you'll be in the world of pure imagination. That song is so pretty. Do you know that song?
I have watched that movie so many times, but
do you ever cry when he sings that?
I cry for the most random films, and that wasn't one of them.
That song, have you listened to it recently?
No.
Listen to it recently. And I just want you to just like, when you listen to it, center yourself and like who you are, where you come from, and like your dreams that are coming and unfolding before you. And that song really would take you.
Now, what if I listen to it and I just stare at it like?
Because it's almost like a song of escapism. Come with me and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. You'll defy expectations.
I don't think I paid enough
One of a
attention
Good
to the
Dream,
Willy
there's nothing
Wonka
to it.
Willy Wonka film music.
I always listen to it. I just listen to songs and just take in the words. Like from the Wiz Be a Lion.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of my favorite songs of all time, not just from a movie or a musical or anything. Be a Lion is like one of my favorite songs. And I probably will sing it to my child. And the song's basically saying, like, you're a lion, but you're in this scary place and you're afraid of all this other stuff that's going on, but you forget that you are the king of the jungle.
Mm.
So everything that you're afraid of, you rule over. Uniquely speaking, is coming early.
Okay.
Everything that you see around you in the darkness, in the bump of the night, in the uncertainty of what's that, what's going over here, what is that, what is this, you rule over.
Mm-hmm.
That has no power to affect you because you can control that. If it's a monkey in that bush, you're the king of the line. You can speak to that monkey and say, stop shaking. But sometimes you forget that you're the king of the jungle. So what you can't see, you get afraid of. But as soon as the light touches you, you're like, oh, that's Fred the monkey. Fred, chill out. I just couldn't see you. So I was scared of what you could be. But now that I see you, and I realize that it's not as big as a threat that I thought it could be,
mm-hmm.
I can handle this.
Mm-hmm.
We forget that we oversee the darkest times in our lives. We forget that we have the power to overcome those things because eventually light touches those things and it'll be daytime again. And I can go back and see what was scary in my darkest. I ain't mean to take it there right there, but that is deep.
It gave Uniquely Speaking. I mean, hey, we only got a minute and 20 seconds left in the show.
Was deep.
Unique. That was really good. Wow. We should go out on that note.
That came out of nowhere.
But it was good.
I spoke to myself.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'm speaking to anybody else out there.
They heard you.
But I spoke to myself on that one.
They felt you.
I almost shed a tear.
Especially right now. These are scary times. I think anyone could have benefited from that message. TBH.
Yeah. You rule over those dark moments. You're the king of this jungle. Don't drop your crown. Don't drop it. I'm about to run. My goodness.
You will be out on that lobby floor if you ran in this heat.
I would have make it to the door.
And I would walk right over.
I would have make it to the door in this heat. Okay. We have 23 seconds left. Tell where people to find you.
So thank you guys so much for listening to this episode of the Get Right Radio Show. As we said, this is our first time in the new studio, so give us time to adjust. But thank you for rocking with us. Please keep up with me on IG at The World According to Eric.
And then I'm Kelvin Unique. Find me at Kelvin Unique on Instagram and Twitter and follow the Get Right Radio Show. That's right.
You better have got right. Fuck it, y'all. We gonna get it right next week. Keep rocking with us and we gonna see y'all. Okay? Happy Sunday.